Hello, TIs. You know, I'm sitting there, I'm gonna eat. You know, they're all talking to each other and they're talking to each other. From the people downstairs, the people next door, fucking whatever fucking neighbors and shit. And guess who they're talking about? They're talking about me. I have my headphones in. A lot of times I just block this shit out because most of this shit I can't understand. I can understand my name and a few certain, like, familiar words, my kid's name, shit like that. But, boom, blah, 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 Hawthorne. Hawthorne. I could understand that fucking with fucking plugs in my ears. So I'm sitting by the window and shit. It just, yes, I reacted a little bit, which I usually don't. But yeah, I yelled out, Hawthorne, if anybody, come on. They're not saying nothing if they're not saying anything to my fucking face. And, I'm already dying. Come on. This has been years of them doing this shit. Come on. So it wasn't done in the right way in the first place. Knock, 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 face to face, eye to eye. And the smear campaigns have gotten out of control. But it's okay. Because I know who I am. I know who I am. And I know what I do and what I don't do. And I don't do anything. If I do, I close my door. I'm away from the window, and I just sit there and freaking rip tags off mattresses all night. You get me? Yeah. Like Gangstalkers and Pedro said, they act like we don't have no kind of rights. And that's true. But technically, we do have rights. So if I'm not in the window and my shit is shut, I could fucking be in here fucking like making jackets out of fucking cat fur. And even though they're surveilling me, technically they can't see shit and they can't hear nothing. Because it would be thrown out because I have what they call assumed privacy? Yeah. It's assumed privacy. I've been here 16 years. Just like the no smoking law, I read you the grandfather clause. Even if he started making people sign shit saying that they won't smoke and made it a non-smoking building, I read you that fucking paper. It wouldn't apply to me. Because I was here before the date that law was made. So, and I got like 5 copies of it if he wants it. I haven't done none of this damage to this place. Well, I mean, that got patched up. My best friend, we were arguing and shit, and he punched a hole in the wall. But, yeah. Well, anyways, yeah, all these holes, you could see them from the outside. All this shit, it's not to cover up holes. And you see this? This is a new one right here. Look. This is a new one. Yesterday I could just scrape it off. See how new it is? Yeah. And they had shit in here yesterday. You see all this stuff right here? I was scraping it right out. It was still fucking soft. What'd they do? Come in here while I was asleep and do that shit? You see? Yeah, I scraped it off. It felt like as soft as hard toothpaste. And only 2 of my outlets work. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of us have the same things going on. But a lot of us have different ways, different things going on. Color harassment don't bother me. Vehicle harassment don't bother me. Although The colors in San Pedro are not red for the cars. You know, they always talk about red cars. You know, people wearing certain colors don't bother me. You know, the color thing. Noise harassment don't bother me. They tested me for it twice already. Yeah, I thought everybody's smoke alarm was going off that loud for 2 weeks. Came to the door to unlock it. Mine was the only one going off. I figured, oh well, you know, it's going off in every apartment and shit. Somebody will complain. I'm not gonna complain. Yeah, it turned out it was only going on in my apartment. And you know what I found in my Google photos? Like a little while after, I found videos of when the smoke detector would go off and that loud ass sound, yeah, my phone would go on and video me, and I was nowhere near my phone. Isn't that a trip? So I sent those videos somewhere because I know that shit turns up missing off my phone, and that's what I do with receipts too. I take copies, I send them somewhere, or I snap a picture and I send them to somebody, and they have them. Because receipts, you keep them in your wallet, and pretty soon the receipt is blank. Yeah. But, yeah, the whole motherfucking clucking neighborhood. You know, it's funny that, you know, a lot of these people, you know, I ain't seen their business, and I know, you know, but, I keep it to myself. You know, like Rekka said, you could park in front of a fire hydrant without getting a ticket. That's these people around here. They know when to do whatever they do, you know, and I would never do anything out there in the streets because this ain't my neighborhood. And you know what? I know somebody that they tried to tax him and shit because he was, you know, doing something over in their neighborhood. But it's just disrespectful to be in somebody else's neighborhood and fucking, you know, you get me? And no, I don't have no money. You know, don't have an income, don't get food stamps. My cousin bought me food the other day. But you know what? I've never disrespected this place. And even when homeboys were coming in and out after the accident, no, they didn't hang out. They didn't they came to do what they were supposed to do, brought me food, you know, whatever, you know, yeah. You know, Angel would come and give me a bath and, you know, a hand bath and shave me and wash my hair because I couldn't move. You know, never. You know, when somebody comes, well, we haven't been having bro dates, you know, like your brother takes you out and stuff since like the epidemic and stuff. But hey, when Wino or Nacho comes and stuff like that, they just pick me up, you know, or come to use a restroom or something. They don't fucking. I never disrespected this. This ain't my neighborhood. You see, I'm always like in pajamas and shit. You know. Well, all my stuff is too baggy anyways, even my uniforms. I got like boxes of brand new bins and dickies, but since stuff gets stolen over here and things get fucked with, I put them at one of my maid's house. And now I'm so fucking thin. I'm so fucking thin, they look like homeless pants. And I'm not supposed to be fucking thin. The way I eat, this is the first time in my life that I've been thin and I fucking eat and I'm always hungry and hungry and hungry. I've never been this hungry, even when I've been pregnant, and I've never been this thin when I eat the way that I do when I have food. Okay, this shit changes your DNA. You know, you guys know that. And it gives you cancer. I've never. I know when I eat certain ways and certain things and stuff, hey, I've gotten up to 363 pounds before. Caught diabetes and lost weight and never got that fat again. But no, that's the only time I ever fucking dieted in my life is when I caught diabetes. And because I didn't want to stick a hypodermic needle in my fucking stomach, because I knew if I had to face that every fucking day, that I'd end up a heroin addict again. So then I lost too much weight because I got nauseated. I've been on one diet my whole life, and I don't regret that because I don't have to look at a fucking needle every day. And so I love food too much to be on a diet. This is from all this crap. You know, them broadcasting me and shit, and the radiation that goes with it. You know, I can feel it in my teeth the first place. Joints, my muscles, fucking my nerves. Oh, and then especially when they fucking shock me. You know, after the shocking stops, I'm still, you know, and I pace around and stuff a lot when I'm in pain. Fucking, you know, I'm hoping it doesn't give me. Well, I have tardive dyskinesia, but I only have it in my fingers now, you know. But it already gave me permanent neuropathy because when they shock or burn my feet and shit, they inflame. And I would get neuropathy. And freaking, I walked to the end of the block and I couldn't walk no more. But now it's permanent. It's permanent now. And I don't even have diabetes. I haven't had diabetes since I lost all that weight. You know, I mean, I got chubby since then, but not that size, not 363 pounds. You know, that's the biggest I've ever been. And I really had a lot of depression back then. And for months, I wouldn't even brush my hair or change clothes. I'd just lay there and eat and sleep and sleep. But I found my niche. When I have stuff in my head and when I feel myself, you know, going there, hey, you know what? I don't listen to, unless I leave here, I don't listen to a whole lot of music that has memories. You get me? That has memories. Once in a while, I can handle it. But, yeah, it's gotten a lot better. I don't do that for months and months and months no more. Because I don't listen to stuff that has memories sitting in here in this little box where it looks like crap, and I'm embarrassed to have fucking company and shit, but I wouldn't have company anyways because I made my life real boring because of this. I don't want to be entertaining them any more than they're entertained. They entertain themselves by fucking hurting me. They get off on that shit. You know. Hey. Not everybody. Hey, technically you're a human being if your heart beats and you got blood running through your veins, you know. But you know what? It takes a whole lot more, technically, to be a real fucking human being. And apparently there's not a lot of human beings around here. The whole world is losing its humanity. When somebody can't put themselves in somebody else's shoes, you know, when they can't talk to somebody and they have to torture and attack somebody and have this group mentality where everybody fucking, it's like operator and shit. One person tells a big story and then fucking, hey, da-da-da-da-da. Really? Really? Damn. I guess I'm the only one that doesn't have a dick on her forehead, huh? Apparently, so many people suck dick around here. And I guess, you know, and it's frustrating. Because you try to talk to somebody and, damn, they suck a big dick. You know, I don't fuck around. Go eat your bag of dicks, fucking That's what you're into. I don't judge. I don't judge. But you know what? Sometimes people just suck dick. You know, I'm a fucking human being. Yeah, I changed after the accident. You know, even my son's mom said, "You've never been a crybaby." You know, but I'm an empath. I'm an empath, and plus I've let a lot of stuff go. God prepared me for this because I would have handled it a whole lot different if He hadn't changed me. And they will not take me out of my character now because I'm a whole different person. And they're not going to take me out of my character. You know, they send my daughter so she can gaslight me and fucking get a reaction and get me upset. Because that's what she does. That's what she does. Manipulation. And when we used to have a bunch of good neighbors, you know, I'm still in touch with them. They could tell you, she'd be out there, "You starve? I'm starving. You never feed me." You know, fucking all kinds of weird shit. You know, when I first moved in, she told the neighbors that I didn't feed her, that I was crazy and abusive, and that she was raised on the streets. Really? When was this you were raised on the streets? Seriously? And now she still tells people that we lived in and out of motels. What the fuck? We lived in one motel for 8 months. For 8 months out of our whole life. Oh yeah. That's living in and out of motels and on the street, right? Yeah. And you know what? It doesn't matter. If you can't afford food, you know, that's why I can't stand that ramen. You can live off of shit like fucking those little frozen burritos and fucking hot dogs and ramen. You know what I mean? Hey, as long as we've had something in our stomach, she's never been starving. But you know what? She would refuse to eat that and shit. She wanted good food. Couldn't afford good food. This child has blackmailed me. Fucking, if you don't give me this or that, or let me do this and stuff, I'm gonna get us kicked out. Sharpieing the hallway. Blowing marijuana smoke in the crack of his door. The manager lived next door. She would lock herself in the bathroom and scream and scream and scream. And, man, you know, if it hadn't been Ezekiel, if it had been any other manager after him, yeah, we would have got straight kicked out. Because, like I said, 8 months in a motel, I didn't want to be, that's considered homeless. I didn't want to be living like that again. You know, I already lost one kid to the juvenile system, and she used that. "Oh, well, if you don't do this or you don't buy me this, I'm going to call the social services to pick me up," you know. Yeah, she broke me. She broke me because I would have never taken that from my son. That disrespect and everything else. But I lost myself and I became 96 pounds. A rag doll that she would just like drag around. I lost myself. I lost my son to the juvenile system. I lost myself because of the way she treated me. And I didn't want to lose another kid. I didn't want her to call up the social services and tell them to pick her up. So I let this emotional and fucking mental, I let all this abuse carry on. Yeah. I let a child abuse me. And she's a manipulator. I thought she grew out of this manipulation and this lying. And she didn't get it from me. They say that, you know, a child learns from example. No, never. Not from me. Nature versus nurture. That was nature, her father's side. Yeah. So, I don't know about all this crap, but you know what? It's gonna start draining me again. Sucking my air out of me. Because my face looks really good. Since I went and spent time with my son, my face looks really good. I have color in my face. I have love in my heart. And I don't want it to get sucked away. Because you guys can see I look like shit most of the time. And then from the shocking and shit, my face is all swelled up all the time. Or under my eyes is swelled up. And this is when I'm sleeping all the time. My feet are swollen up. Yeah. And you guys see it. I look normal right now. Yeah, I haven't looked normal for a long time. My face is either too big or my legs are too big. I'm inflamed. But my face looks normal. Yeah, the first night I went over there, I think, and my face started looking better already. And I only got shocked twice when I was there. Because, now I'm electromagnetic sensitive. Now that they turned the radiation down, it was once over 900. Turned it down. It's like freaking 100 something most of the time, or 200 something. Sometimes it's normal, a little bit over normal. Normal is, the highest normal is 45. But like I said, when this first started, it was like over 900. And 45, anything over 45 is radiation. So now that it's been turned down, it doesn't matter anymore. Because it's already done its damage. I already have long-term effects, and I probably have cancer. Yeah, this doesn't happen at all. Especially the way I eat. I'm a Garcia. We're eaters. A lot of us are fucking humongous. Some of us are normal size, but we love food. And we gain weight, and we get diabetes. Or cancer. Or die in a mental hospital. But I never did have schizophrenia. And those medications, they fucked me up. And as I said, you don't need medication, you don't need a psych, you need a neurologist. And yes, I do. There was a Suburban on top of my fucking head, on top of my body. That's where this thing where it looks like a removed tattoo, that green thing. Yeah, it's not a removed tattoo. This right here, that looks like like a white mark and a bunch of blackheads. No, that is from stitches and a scar. But my face turned out amazingly wonderful because I only got 2 scars, so I took care of my face really good. Everybody else took care of everything else. That freaking machine attached to me and shit, and me, I concentrated on walking and my face. But yeah. If you ever think about coming to San Pedro, it's a nice place to visit, and it's gorgeous. Gorgeous. But you know what? It's a gang-stalking city and a New World Order city. So if you're different and you have your own beliefs, you're a strong-minded individual who believes in what you believe in, and you're not one of the crowd, be proud of that. But hey, check out your cities before you move to them. If you move anywhere, just look it up and put the freaking city and the zip code in, and it'll come up with, the targets that are around there. There's a lot of them in this city. A lot. I've been in touch with a couple of them, but I can't use my phone. And then one just dropped off the map. She lived a couple blocks away. She put her house in her videos and stuff. Yeah, she just dropped off the map like 2 years ago, so. And then there's my home team. Home teams that have lived in San Pedro until before I even said anything about what happens to me. They've mentioned that, I've lived in San Pedro and I got gangstalked when I was there. Did you say gangstalked? That's what I'm going through. But they turned around and ran away as quick as they could. Me? I'm not that smart. Or maybe I'm not fucking scared. I mean, yeah, I cry. And it hurts and they hurt me. But you know what? When I believe in something, I stay. And I'll stay. If possible, I'll stay until this takes my life. And that's not going to be too far off. If you've seen pictures of me, freaking the way I looked before, or even when I started this shit. Yeah. I'm glad that my face looks so well. Because I looked like death between being this size and my face just like everything sucked out of it. And I'm not going to let my daughter do that to me. And they'll keep sending her, or they'll try sending somebody else. I don't have an open door policy for nobody. I used to. There's nobody that I want to come over or to knock at my door. Not one single person. Maybe Jesus Christ, of course, him. Yeah. They flip everybody. But you know what? People use whatever smear campaign they use, or say they've seen, or whatever. That's just an excuse for one of my family members or one of my friends to flip. That's an excuse. They'll believe them because they want to, and they want to flip, and they want this money, and they want this fun, and this camaraderie. Hey, if you think this is fun and shit, if they think this is fun, fucking with an old lady that's already disabled, and making me hurt more, and hearing me scream, if they think that's fun, hell, they probably kick babies fucking for a hobby and shit and throw old people out of wheelchairs. Probably. I would not doubt it. Since this has went on, I used to say, no, not my Gangstalkers. No, not mine. Mine wouldn't. Yeah, but they have no boundaries at all. They have no boundaries at all. They're obsessed with me. And there's no fucking reason for them to be obsessed with me. You know what? Hey, if I had grandchildren, I was going to say a husband, but I'm gay. I'd be spending time with them. Not bringing, them into this to watch, a lot of targets have mentioned and stuff. People involving their kids. You know what? People don't care about when they die, what's going to happen to this world afterwards. But you know what? But then again, a lot of people in this world now are meat suits. You should know what a meat suit is, right? Yeah, a lot of people, and it's really sad. Hey, I got more, this is what God put on me, but I got more feelings now and more humanity than I was born with. Yeah, a lot more. And it's tiring, and it sucks everything away sometimes. Especially when you're not feeling your own feelings, you're taking on somebody else's feelings. Yeah, when that happens, and you can't stop it. A lot of us TIs are empaths, so you should know what I'm talking about. As I stand here, my fucking body hurts. Fucking my joints hurt. And the shit didn't start happening till I laid down. When I laid down, that's when I started feeling that electrical fucking charge shit, my fucking joints and everything hurting. Same thing yesterday. When I laid down to go to sleep, that's when it happened. And I heard, the hum of where it comes from, it wasn't as loud as it usually is. So, I didn't feel it for a long time because I think they have it on low. I don't know. But, yeah. It's like, it hurts right now. And I can feel just walking on the floor. And it's fucked up. San Pedro is full of backyard bullies. And it's not even to your face. It's not fucking... I didn't realize that there was such thing as bullying besides, the normal way, and I used to walk people that, were getting bullied. I'd walk them to their next class, or I'd sit next to them, and they'd stop getting bullied. But there's so many more ways of being bullied now. So many more ways of cowards being cowards. Yeah, and I feel weak. The further I get away from this place, the better I feel. I feel so weak when I'm here. So weak, and I hurt so bad. And that's the way they want it. But you know what? It's a coward kill. This slow, no-touch torture and all this crap, it's a coward kill. No fucking gun blowing my head off and shit. A coward kill. This is a coward kill. Peace out, TIs.